Good morning and welcome to your Monday morning espresso shot. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let us begin now by placing our awareness in the area of the heart, taking slow, deep, gentle breaths and experiencing these breaths flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Slow, deep, gentle breaths. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And just imagine these breaths flowing in and out of your heart. Taking short, deep, meaningful breaths, and imagine these breaths flowing in and out of your heart. This helps you balance your autonomic nervous system and allows your body to rebalance and reset. Slow, deep, gentle breaths. See if you can take those breaths even deeper. Imagine them flowing into your heart, going all the way down to your root chakra, perineum. And then as you exhale from the root chakra up and out through your heart. Imagine these breaths flowing in and out of your heart, enriching every cell in your body. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Looking forward to connecting with you on this topic today called Navigating Change. These are interesting times that we're experiencing, and the people that I speak with are all undergoing change. I was at an event this weekend where I was presenting a couple of workshops, and I had individuals come to me and say, if something's going on with me, I'm trying my best to overcome certain things that are going on in my life, and I'm trying to change. So I thought this would be a good time for me to share with you the mechanics of change. Everybody goes through this, whether you're in an organization that's going through some changes or in your personal life that you're experiencing changes. So I wanted to share with you very briefly the three stages of change, and then you can decide where you're at in this change and what you may need to do in order to move to that, to kind of flip the switch over. Think of yourself as somebody who's looking from your current state. You're looking at a bridge, and the change you want to see in yourself, in your life, awaits you on the other side of that bridge. Okay, so the bridge is where the crossing happens. And as somebody right now in your current situation, if you're wishing to change, for some reason you were happy with your life, and then all of a sudden you realize the life could be a little bit better for yourself and your family and others, your loved ones, better for yourself because maybe your family or your loved ones are causing some issues with you and your emotions, and you want to be on the other side of that. So right now, the first phase of this is you are wanting and desiring something different from you, but you don't know how to cross that bridge. All you know is that you can't see much on the other side, so you have to take a chance to see if the other side is even better. So the first stage is getting out of your status quo, where you are right now, and stepping onto the bridge. Now, when you step onto the bridge, before you reach the halfway point, you're mostly on the status quo side. You're mostly on where you are now, and you're slowly making your way towards that bridge. And depending on how much you have, you're anchored to your current life in terms of the connections you have and the emotional connections you have, it may be difficult for you to move across the bridge. But know that when you move across that bridge, you're entering phase 2 of a change process. Phase 2 is where you've got both your feet, each foot on the new side and on the old side. So this is where a lot of people have issues because now you are conflicted. You're living both lives at the same time. You may be enjoying parts of one life and maybe afraid to let go of parts of the other life. And this is where there's a powerful approach that you can take. And that is what we practice here every week, is to place your awareness in the area of the heart and breathe through it. Now, when you breathe through it, your body becomes more balanced, and you can actually see clearly across the bridge. You see, because if you are stressed out, what you see is a brighter status quo and a dimly lit future, because the unknown is always scarier than where you're now. See, it's the devil you don't know. So the idea is to bring wisdom into your heart and actually clear up the fog that's in your brain. And the way to do that is to breathe through it. You can apply other techniques as well, and there are many different techniques that you can apply, but this is a good foundational start. So when you're in that phase of crossing that bridge, even if you get to the end of the bridge and you're firmly on the other side, you are still not in phase 3. Phase 3 happens when you actually look back and you imagine that bridge dissolving. You're actually burning that bridge to that side, so you'll never go back. Okay, that's when you actually throw the switch. And throwing the switch means the past is not available to you. That is scary. That is scary for people. So which phase are you in your life in change? Change is constant. We know that. And so a lot of people who struggle with change stay in the middle of that bridge with one foot on one side and one foot on the change side, and they can't move because the polarization is equal on each side. And at some point, when you breathe through it, you'll have to kick over to one side or the other. Now, it is possible for you to go back to the status quo. There's nothing wrong with that. But I've seen people do that. I've seen people being inspired to change only to come back to the first side. And if you do that, you will continue to move forward and backwards until you get tired of that, because change is inevitable. So the easier it is for you to grasp and acknowledge that this is the change I must make, and then trust and go to the other side and watch the bridge dissolve, the easier and better it'll be for you to start living a brand new life. Unknown is where you want to be, because if it's a known place, you'd stay in your life, because you that's the place you know. The unknown awaits you. All right. So hopefully that was helpful in helping you navigate change, to see where you're at in your life in change. Let us begin to actually use the techniques that I just shared with you, a foundational technique where you can actually begin to use your heart's wisdom to decide when it's the right time to navigate through that bridge and dissolve the bridge behind you. And this is where we continue to place our awareness in the area of the heart, taking slow, deep breaths, just experiencing those breaths flowing in and out of our hearts. And as we do this, when we breathe deeply and gently and lovingly, begin to experience gratitude in your heart. What are you grateful for? And in this state of gratitude and appreciation, the fog will clear. You will see clearly what's on the other side. Your wisdom of your heart may invite you to go down the bridge even further. And if you're already firmly on the other side, the wisdom of your heart may decide that it's time for you to dissolve that bridge, so you no longer are anchored to that old life. You're beginning a life anew. The pace at which you would do this, the ease at which you would do this, depends entirely on you. You have free will and free choice to do that. Slow, deep breaths. Experience the breaths flowing in and out of your heart. And experience gratitude and appreciation for everything you have in this moment. See if you can take those breaths even deeper while you hold your gratitude in your heart. And as you're taking these breaths, gently open your eyes and continue breathing in this way and walk today with gratitude in your heart. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Appreciate your participation. I look forward to seeing you next week. If you have any questions or comments, please type them in. If you are able to join me on October the 12th, I'll be talking about owning your future, the path of overcoming limited beliefs. And that's my topic with Lee and Monica, my good friends. So join me on October 12th. And if I can be of service to help you get out of your own way, please do connect with me and we'll do that. All right. If there are any questions or reflections or comments, please type them in. And there's nothing coming through here. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I look forward to chatting with you another time. Take care for now. Bye-bye.